Those of you who understand the Amazon interview process, you can skip this part and jump directly into how to prepare for Amazon interview. The way Amazon interviews work is that you have an online assessment, you have a phone screening, and lastly, you have a virtual on-site. In an online assessment, you would be given coding questions that you are supposed to solve within 60 or 90 minutes. These problems are generally LeetCode easy or LeetCode medium. Majority of them, I can say that they are LeetCode medium at this point in time. A phone screening is generally a 45 to 60 minutes of call with another software engineer where you are asked to solve a coding problem. You might also be asked about one or two leadership principles in this interview. Lastly comes the virtual on-site. Depending upon your level, you might have 3 or 4 rounds. 2 to 3 of them are coding and one of them is system design or object-oriented programming / low-level design, again depending upon your level. So now let's talk about how to prepare for these interviews. For coding rounds, I would recommend to do Amazon tag questions. I would also recommend to make sure your basics are covered. So topics like graphs, linked lists, binary search, sliding windows, 2-pointers, these are covered and you have done enough practice on LeetCode. Then comes the system design interview. There are a lot of online resources available, whether it's Hello Interview, Interviewing.io, Try Exponent. I would say go and check their websites and you will find a lot of resources. But one thing that you can do is see what services or products they work on, try to find questions around them or even create your own questions around them and try to practice those things. It would be very handy in your system design interview. Now let's talk about the behavioral aspect of the interviews. It is one of the most important aspects of your interview. In each interview, you would be asked 1 to 2 behavioral questions around leadership principles, and you need to prepare your stories around the main leadership principles such as customer obsession, deep dive, think big, and some more. You can also actually ask your interviewer which are the most important leadership principles for this particular organization or the team you are interviewing for. But do not take this interview lightly. I would say it's equally important as a technical interview in coding or a system design interview. So this is generally the Amazon interview process. If you have any questions, feel free to write it in the comment or you can send me an email.